There's a storm brewing in the WNBA, and it's unlike anything the league has ever faced before. What started as an escalating on-court rivalry has now turned into an explosive controversy that could shake the very foundation of the organization. Just when fans thought things couldn't get any more intense between Caitlin Clark and her WNBA adversaries, shocking allegations have surfaced that have left fans stunned, players scrambling, and the entire basketball world demanding answers. Sheldon and Marina Mabrey are now at the center of a scandal so wild it's hard to believe it's real. The pair are being accused of being involved in a scheme orchestrated by none other than the WNBA commissioner herself, reportedly to deliberately target the league's biggest star, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who's taken the WNBA by storm, has been under an unusual amount of physical and verbal fire since the start of the season. From cheap shots to controversial no-calls to being the target of rough fouls in nearly every game. The attacks on Clark haven't just been incidental, they've seemed calculated. While fans were debating whether it was jealousy, competitiveness, or just hard-nosed basketball, few could have predicted what was about to be revealed. Reports began circulating on social media that Sheldon and Marina Mabrey, two players from the Chicago Sky known for their physical play, had admitted to something jaw-dropping. In a private conversation, allegedly leaked by a team insider, both players confessed that they were encouraged and even financially compensated by top league officials to go hard on Caitlin Clark, the name that immediately came up in these alleged recordings. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. In the clip, Sheldon allegedly can be heard saying, "They wanted us to rattle her. The league's been under pressure, and we were just doing what they asked. We didn't expect it to go this far," Mabrey allegedly added. "Yeah, and the check didn't bounce either." These words set the internet ablaze, and the league's credibility was being questioned like never before. So, how did we even get to this point? Caitlin Clark's rise in the WNBA has been nothing short of meteoric. With her record-breaking college career, massive fan following, has come scrutiny and resentment. Some veteran players have been vocal about Clark receiving too much media attention. Others have shown their frustration on the court, delivering hard fouls and sideline taunts that fans have labeled excessive and targeted. Sheldon and Mabrey were central figures in both games, delivering hits, crowding Clark, and engaging in what many saw as unnecessary roughness. It was in the second game that Caitlin was hit with an elbow, fell to the floor, and no foul was called. Into what was going on behind the scenes. And then came the leak. The WNBA initially brushed off the allegations. The calls for an independent investigation grew louder. Even NBA stars, many of whom had praised Clark for revitalizing women's basketball, began to speak out. Damian Lillard tweeted, "If this is true, we got a serious problem." Paul George followed up with, "You don't grow the game by breaking your stars." But then, in a move nobody expected, a second recording surfaced. This one, much clearer, included an off-the-record conversation allegedly recorded in a locker room hallway. In it, a voice resembling Sheldon's says, "I told Cathy it was getting out of hand. She just said, 'Keep it on the court, and we'll make it worth your while.'" That quote alone set the basketball world on fire. The question on everyone's mind, why would the league risk everything to target Caitlin Clark? Some insiders believe the WNBA felt threatened by Clark's dominance. While her presence has brought new fans and major endorsements, it has also overshadowed veteran players and disrupted existing power structures. The league, allegedly, was trying to balance the scales, hoping to toughen up Clark's transition into the pros to create a narrative arc of resilience and struggle. But if this was their plan, it has clearly backfired in spectacular fashion. Caitlin Clark, for her part, has handled all of this with poise. But following the release of these damning recordings, her silence spoke volumes. For the first time, she skipped post-game media availability. Her team, the Indiana Fever, issued a strong statement, saying they were deeply concerned by the allegations and fully supported Clark. Fans have now started. Meanwhile, ESPN and major sports media outlets have begun their own investigations. Some analysts have suggested that if these allegations are proven true, on par with the biggest doping or cheating cases in other leagues. Marina Mabrey's agent released a vague statement saying, "My client maintains her innocence and will cooperate fully with any official inquiry." J.C. Sheldon's camp, however, has been notably quiet, fueling further speculation. What adds another layer of intrigue is the fact that several WNBA veterans have begun dropping cryptic messages on social media. One player tweeted, "Told y'all this league ain't what it looks like on TV." Another simply wrote, "Expose it all." These suggest that if there is indeed a cover-up, it might go deeper than just this one incident. As of now, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has not publicly addressed the situation directly, but for many, that's not enough. Players are watching, and perhaps most importantly, the fans, the very people whose passion fuels the WNBA, are watching closely, demanding truth and accountability. Caitlin Clark, knowingly or unknowingly, has become more than just a basketball player. She's become the face of a movement. Her talent brought eyes to the league, but the way she's been treated, and the revelations now coming to light have exposed serious flaws in the system. The very fact that the league might have tried to dim her shine instead of embracing it is a narrative that no amount of PR spin can fix. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the WNBA will never be the same again. If they're not, the league still faces a credibility crisis for allowing such a perception to build in the first place. Either way, the spotlight is and it's not leaving anytime soon. Fans want justice, players want clarity, and Caitlin Clark deserves better. Whether the recordings were taken out of context or represent a smoking gun, and as the investigation continues, the basketball world waits with bated breath to see what comes next.